Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juana Luisa, and if you are new to my channel, thank you for watching this video tutorial. So today I'm gonna concentrate myself on working in order. This client ordered me a set of onesies and newborn shirts. A total of 6 packages that I do different designs, but today I'm gonna do one design to show you how I use my magnet frame. This is a hoop frame that is for flatbed single needle machines. I have a Brother SE1900, which is a combo machine. This machine does embroidery and also do sewing. Today we're gonna be using that with this new hoop. This machine comes with a small hoop of 2x2, one 4x4, and one 5x7. But today I'm gonna try to show you how I use the magnet one, because not a lot of people know that you can have this hoop and it's used different from the normal hoop that the machine comes with. So I'm gonna show you this hoop right here. Is the one that the machine comes with. It comes with this piece of material that help you to align the garment, center the garment. It's plastic, transparent, so you can mark through these little holes where the garment is gonna go. And it's 2 parts hoop. It comes like that. And if you hooping, this is another video, I can do the basic hooping, but this is usually what the machines come with. Even the multi-needle machines, they don't come with magnet hoops. They come with this kind of hoop that you have to hoop it up. Okay, so this is a normal way I do it. I did it when I started and I keep doing it, but for some garments I wanted to use the magnetic hoop. You know, it makes it easier. I use it on when I do hoodies because, you know, that is a thicker material, so it's easy for the machine. So I'm gonna show you how it looks like. This is all it comes with. It comes with this, and it comes with these magnets right here. Sorry that I had to leave the frame of view right here. You see how it sticks to it? It comes with 6 magnets. These magnets are very, 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 very strong. Once you put the garment here with the stabilizer, it's not going anywhere. 6 of them comes. Look how it stands. Okay, so this is the hoop we're gonna be using today. Also, we're gonna be this hoop you use with sticky stabilizer. The sticky stabilizer is right here. It comes with a piece of paper in the front. It's like a big sticker, like I call it, but it comes with a big sticker paper, and I just tear it off already. This is a tearaway sticker stabilizer, and I buy it on the, this is the way I buy it from Amazon in a roll. I don't think it comes in individual sheets. I haven't seen them, but I get it in the roll. And then I use this with, in this case, poly mesh stabilizer. And the reason why I use the poly mesh in this case is because, first of all, it's a baby garment. It's very thin. So these two together will give the material, the fabric, the support that it needs. In a regular circumstance, I don't use this sticker stabilizer for regular like t-shirts or adult clothing, just for baby stuff and children also. Other than that, the only reason why I will use this is when I do my hat hoop, and that's another video. It's a hat hoop for single needle machine that we also use a sticker stabilizer, tearaway sticker stabilizer. So these are the 2 that I'm gonna be using. And the mesh, the poly mesh stabilizer, also I buy on a roll, and it's this one right here. And I got this from Amazon. I mention Amazon a lot because I think most of us order everything from Amazon these days. Yeah, it's poly mesh, and this one is not an iron-on. You know, this one is the one that you just place in the garment. I use this spray right here. It's a basting adhesive spray. I spray it lightly before I put it under the garment to stick in the fabric. And that's the way I get it stuck. I don't like buying the iron-on because sometimes when you iron, it's a permanent thing. And if you messed up, the garment is messed up. That's why I don't do the iron-on. And plus this one is cheaper too, doing it this way. Also, at the end of the process of embroidering the design, I use a cover stitch. Some people use another one. But I use a cover stitch. You iron this on top of the back of the embroidery, and what this does is very soft, and it covers all the messy stitches from behind the design while you're finished, and it doesn't scratch your skin, especially on children clothing. I like to use this cover stitch fabric, and also I got it from Amazon. Okay, so what other things that we will need? This is the design I decided to do. This is the one I'm going to show. I have other designs that I had to work on today. I print this from my software and embroidery software in Brilliance. And the good thing about this is I give you the size that you're going to use. Also, you have markings. You see these crisscross markings right here that allows you to center the garment in the hoop perfectly, especially on this magnetic hoop. It doesn't come with the little notches that let you know the center. This one have nothing, so this helps a lot for that. And also you can print the color scheme, the color that you're going to be using in the thread color. This design only have 3 colors, so it tells you the color and the order that the color is going to be used. So it helps a lot. I love it. It tells you the color, how many stitches for that color individually, and I love it. I just love doing this. So this is the shirt I'm gonna be embroidering on. This little baby shirt right here. The good thing about these people is it has snaps on the side. And so I printed a second copy of the design, exactly the size that I'm going to use, and that helps me to see how it looks like and to center into the garment. You see? So it helps a lot to center the garment in place. And people, you know what I say that? For those who do onesies, if you have done onesies, I've seen onesies, they are so tiny. When you try to hoop it with nothing on, you have to be holding the garment in the hoop the whole entire time you embroider. Because otherwise it will cover the top of the hoop and it's difficult. You can make mistake with the needle getting all the design messed up. This one, you just snap it off right here completely, and then you just place the first part, the part on the hoop, just this part, and then it's easier. That's why when I saw this kind of shirts and onesies, because it also comes in the onesies style, I decided to get it, and I show it to the client, and she said it was okay. So it was okay for me, because it's gonna make my job extremely easier, people. For those, like I said, for those who do onesies, you know what I mean when I say that. And so this is the other. I'm not gonna be working on this with you, but I'm gonna do it after I finish this video. Recording this. This is the only other design that I'm gonna do. This one is the onesie. And this onesie comes with the snaps on the side, same thing. So it's going to make it very easier for me to do this other design. Okay. These are the other things that I use for my embroidery that helps me a lot. Okay. So these are the things that I use the most when I'm working with my designs. I use this kind of scissors. Okay. And these I use to cut all the threads around, because as you know, the single needle machine, it doesn't cut the jump stitches. So this is what I use to cut jump stitches. And sometimes when I do applique, also it works for applique. And then I also use these other scissors. The way they is shaped right here, it helps me cut easier on top of the hoop without struggling too much. And you see how they curve? That helps to protect the fabric from any mishap that you might cut the fabric by mistake. And I have a second one. This one is the one that I bought the last time. To tell you the truth, I bought this one because it looks more curved. But to me, this one is a little bit simpler to use. I don't know why. This is way too much of a curve to me. I use it. I mean, I invested the money, so I have used it. But this one to me is better. And then the last scissors that I always use when I'm using cutaway, which I use in all my embroidery, especially on this one. These dog scissors, the bill dog scissors. And what this does is protects the material, the fabric, when you're cutting the stabilizer at the end. I always use this. I see people that just go freely like cutting. I don't want to take any and make any mistakes in cutting the stabilizer away and cutting the fabric. So this protects. It helps you. It helps. I really like this a lot. All right. So these are the scissors that I use for my embroidery, and I think this is all I use. Of course, at the end, I have the Cricut Easy Press 9 by 10 is that one that I used to press the cover stitch at the end. Cover stitch or stitch cover, whatever you want to call it. I think that's all we have to do. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the process of hooping the garment. So I'm gonna move the camera around so you can have an overhead shot of what I'm doing. So this is a demonstration on how to use the magnets on the magnet hoop. So I'm gonna start with explaining how to do it with a regular tearaway, which is loose. We're not gonna put it under or anything. It has no sticky on it, so we're gonna put it on top like this. I already marked it just because of having an idea where the center was for this demonstration. And then I'm gonna put the t-shirt on top. It already has the poly mesh on it already. So that, remember, 2 are used because that shirt is so thin that you need an extra stabilizer. So we're using both. So this is the center of the shirt right here. And if you notice, there's an area in here that it doesn't reach the corner right here, the line, which is okay because we're gonna be using this basting adhesive spray to stick it. It's like regular floating, like you float a regular hoop. We're gonna do the same thing here. I'm not gonna use it because it's easy for demonstration, because like I said before, we're gonna be using the sticky stabilizer, which is sticks to the material. We don't need them to use the spray. We're gonna spray it. We're gonna spray this separate away from you. Lightly spray, not a lot. We're gonna put it here, and then we're gonna center the shirt to the stabilizer and to the hoop. And you see this hoop has its markings in here too. It's red, so that's what I'm using to make sure that it's in the same placement. And we're gonna put the t-shirt right here, or the shirt, with the, I realize that this I'm gonna use as a center right here, the first snap, and we're gonna put the top in here. Okay. Then I just got the magnets. In this case, because this doesn't reach the metal part, I'm just gonna use the magnets on the lower part of the shirt, just to make sure that it's stuck. And remember, it has the spray, which is supposed to get stuck in here and should not be moving at all. But this is like an extra precaution. You put this in here, right here. And then you fasten it here, stabilizing it. Another magnet all the way on the corner right here, okay? And another magnet in here, in this corner. And this should be enough. I will not place nothing up here because it will be too close to the needle when it embroiders, and I'm not gonna take that chance. And like I said, it's already stuck with the adhesive spray. I'm not gonna get too picky about it. Now, in the case that you use a regular shirt that is all over, and then you know the fabric reach all the way here, then you will use a magnet over here with the fabric. But because this one stays here, I'm just gonna ensure that this one doesn't move, and I'm gonna put it on this corner right here. You see? You can also do the same technique without the spray in a regular shirt that goes all the way here, because it's gonna be held by this all the way. It's gonna be held by it, so you don't need to really worry about it having to use a spray. I use it because I'm extra, so when you do a regular shirt that goes all the way here and you're gonna use a magnet over here, you have to be very careful, because sometimes there are some designs that go all the way close to the corner and it might hit the magnet. So if you can not use this in this corner, I will definitely eliminate this one And let's pretend that this one is a regular shirt. I will just, let's pretend this is a regular shirt. I will go all the way here and I just fasten it. You know what I'm saying? Here. Let's pretend this is a regular shirt. In this each corner, I will not use this, nothing in here. You know? I will not, because it's a risk you're going to take of breaking the machine or breaking the needle. And this is fasten enough. Okay? You see? So that's the way you do it with a regular cutaway or tearaway. It applies to both cutaways or tearaway. I use it the most time that I do projects on this hoop, which is nice and thin. That's why I like it, and I don't have to double hoop it. I use cutaway in most of my work projects, and I don't use the poly mesh on most of them, just regular cutaway, and that's it. But because I said before, this is a baby shirt, it's so thin, I want to be thin. I don't want the cutaway to show through the material. That's why I decided to use poly mesh. All right, so that's the demonstration. And then when I finish all this part, you're gonna see how it's done when we use the sticky stabilizer. Okay, so hold on, we're gonna move to the next part of the video. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attach the poly mesh to the t-shirt, to the top, and I'm gonna spray it with the same spray that I've been using, which is the adhesive basting spray. Just a little bit, doesn't have to be a lot. Okay, just a little bit. And right here, looks like it's good. Just do that. And then after you do that, you're gonna place it in here. Now, because this top comes already with the center right here, the label, that's what I use for my centering. I have already measured it before, and it's perfect for figuring out the center of it. So I'm gonna use this for my center on this part of the shirt. If it's a regular t-shirt, it's one piece, then it's even easier because you just press it and that line you use for centering. But because this is a two-piece, it's difficult to do that because it's off-center. If you notice the design, this is not a center design. It goes like this. So I snap it in and I go by the snap and the label right here. It has worked for me before, so yeah. That's what I'm going to use. This is a heat a disappearing ink. You just, when you apply heat, it just disappears. So I'm just going to mark it right here as my center. That's what I'm going to use. So yeah, set with the poly mesh. I want to see how it works. To see if it's making it easier, because we don't have to be dealing with that separated. We're just going to put the hoop on top of the sticky stabilizer. I already peeled off the backing, and this part is the sticky part, and that's the way that part that you're gonna put like this. You're gonna place it. You're gonna place a hoop on top of it, and it should stick to the hoop right here like this. It's stuck. Whatever is left over, you can just fold it over just to fasten it, but it's not necessary because it's really stuck to the hoop. You see? It's stuck to the hoop. And then you're going to spray it. You're going to spray this. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and match the markings that we've done before. And right here like this. Try to make it as flat as you can. No little, you know, bumps or anything like that. Make sure that it's flat. Okay. Then I have, like I told you before, I have this design here. I'm going to cut it off and make sure that it's going to look okay before I even put it into the embroidery machine. Okay. So I did know the cutting earlier, but believe it or not, I have no idea where I placed it. That's why I had to print it out again, because I already had this done. And for some reason, it disappeared. I don't know where it went. So this sign right here, when you print it, if you notice these lines in here, that tells you where the center of the design is. So it helps you to place it. And like I mentioned before, I print this out from my Embroidery software. It allows you to print out this, like I explained before. I think this is gonna be looking good here. It's a little bit crooked. Let me just, yeah. I'm gonna use a little piece of tape just to fasten it in there, and so it doesn't move. I know I have some tape in here, if I can find it. Right in front of my face. Okay, so just a little piece of tape just to place it in. That looks good. Okay, looks very good. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to take this to the machine. Okay, so I already hooked the garment into the machine. I didn't record that because I was only using one hand. It was difficult for me to record it while I'm holding the camera and hooping at the same time. But it hoops exactly the same way as a regular hoop that comes with the machine. It has the same kind of notches, so it matches the regular hoop. It's the same thing. Make sure that you clear everything around you. All right, there's nothing stuck under the hoop. Believe me, that had happened to me before. It's not fun. Okay, so I have here the USB with the file inside, and if you notice, you notice I'm using this cable right here. It's called an USB extender, and it's very good because that way you don't have to be using the USB port on and off all the time, just to keep it from possible damaging. If you're using the machine a lot, it just saves you the machine from getting overused in this area. So I just use the extender, and then all I had to do is just plug it in here. Okay, so this is how it looks like right here. Okay, so now we're gonna I'm gonna touch the screen to let the machine know that I'm working here. It's telling me to make sure that everything is clear because it's gonna center the hoop. So I'm gonna press OK. And it went ahead and center. And now I'm gonna press this here for file, to look for my file. Okay. And then I'm gonna go back to look for it. I know exactly where it is right now. So yeah, it's this one right here. All right. So now I'm gonna do set, and then it's right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do edit so that I can edit the center. So I'm gonna try to center, make sure that the needle is in that square in the middle in here. So that's how I know that it's gonna be centered. So I think this looks pretty good. So now Since I already have a center, I'm gonna clear, make sure that the needle is clearing. So I don't need this paper anymore because it served its purpose. So it should be good now to go. I'm gonna clear and make sure that the design is clear. So I'm gonna go here. Looks good, people. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thread the machine real fast. I'm not gonna be showing this shot because it's straightforward to thread the machine. Nothing. Okay, so the first color I'm gonna be using is the black color. Black. Oh, I was gonna show you. I used this thread holder right here. You notice? Instead of using this, it does work, but for some reason I get more thread breakage using that than not using it. No matter, even though I'm using the disc that, you know, it comes to adjust the spool. So a lot of bloggers that do embroidery recommended to use this stand right here to hold the thread, and believe me, it worked for me. I don't have any more thread. Very, very, very rarely I have a thread breakage. So yeah, it does work. So that's why I'm using it. Okay. So I am threading. The thread that I use is broad thread. I get it from Amazon. It's very good thread. I have a couple of other brands that I use, like Madeira, but for the most part, I use the broad thread. Okay, did not work this time. This time it worked. All right. So I'm done with this. So I'm gonna start with the embroidery. Okay. Doing embroidery, you have to, I tend to cut a lot of the jump stitches ahead of time, and sometimes I have to stop the machine. So I don't know, let's see how many stop. Yeah, it's looking nice. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I've never done it, like I told you before, with the sticky stabilizer tearaway. I always use the regular tearaway. So, yeah. Those are all those jump stitches. have long one, they can stand it. I'm gonna stop it because I'm gonna cut this thumb stitch. As much as I can, then the little ones I'll do it once the embroidery is done. You notice I'm using the pinky scissors that I explained before that I love. It's so useful with this because you know it's very easy to use. I love it. I love it. And I use my tweezers to pick up these little pieces also. it's telling me that I need to change the color of the thread. Okay. Always pulling the thread under. But hopefully sometime in my life I will have a multi-needle and I don't have to deal with this. I have a multi-needle and I don't have to be changing thread. So now what he's doing is embroidering the stars, the blue stars. This is just me. You don't have to do that. You can do it all at the end. It's just that I like to be seeing like a clean design, the whole thing. I don't know, it's just me. Don't follow what I do. It makes no difference whether you do it now or do it at the end. It's just me. Gonna be a long video, people, so I don't know. I just want to record the whole process. Some people like to see the whole process, so I'm gonna just leave it like that. And if you don't, you get bored of it, you can just forward this part and go to the end part of the video. So far, it looks good using the sticky stabilizer, the tearaway. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes. So far, I don't see any issues. And again, this embroidery machine is the Brother SE1900, which is a combo machine, meaning that it does embroidery and also regular sewing. And the regular sewing is amazing. I own two other sewing machines, and this one is, I love it. It's very smooth and faster than the ones that I have. I have a Singer and I have a Genome, or Genome. I don't know, people call it Genome, some other people call it Genome. This design of all the one that I've done for babies, I don't know, I love it. It's so cute. This design is from Designs by Juju. She is an amazing digitizer, and I buy a lot of designs from her. Even for adults, I love embroidery. I have embroidered a lot of t-shirts for me, and all her designs are amazing. I don't know, I just love it. Designs by Juju. I buy them from Etsy, those files, and also I go straight to her shop directly. She has more designs if you go to her site, but Etsy brings some of her stuff also, so I have gotten from most places, and I love it. Her design, the stitch out is like, I mean, no issues at all. Never have issues with her stitch outs. The stitch is real nice. Looking good, isn't it? Nice. just cutting stitches as I go. Never close to the needle, always away from the needle. You don't want any accidents, you know. So this part is done. So we're gonna go to the last color, which is the color gold. The gold color. In this case, it's brass because I use brass instead. I didn't like the way the gold color looks. It was too bright. It looks more like orange to me. So yeah, I decided not to use gold. Let's go, people. These are gold stars. That's all is left to do. Embroider the gold stars, which in this case are brass color stars. I just stopped the machine just to cut these threads. We are almost done to the end of the embroidery part, and the next part is just clean the back part of it and place the yeah, we're done. So now what we have done is the embroidery part. I need to take off the tearaway and trim the poly mesh and then place the cover stitch. So this is the stitch out. Look at how pretty. It's very nice. I love this design. Like I said, I keep saying that. All right. So this is the part we turn the top, right? Okay. We're supposed to take all the tearaway away from the design, but I'm finding, but this is the whole idea of this video, to check that for some reason the sticky stabilizer does stick more to the poly mesh than the regular tearaway stabilizer. And so yeah, that's kind of like, I don't like it much. It's really stuck in there. So yeah, you see. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this part, the poly mesh part, with the scissors, these scissors, and then you might not see the part after this when I'm taking off the sticky, the tearaway, sticky tearaway, because it's gonna make the video real long, and then we're gonna meet on the next part, what is just applying the cover stitch to do the back of the design. All right, but I'm gonna trim out this part. This is how it looks. This one right here, it protects me from accidentally cutting the mesh. Trimming, 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 trimming away. Because yeah, we don't need all this extra poly mesh. You know, we just don't need it. This is how nice it looks. Nice. So it's very easy, definitely, to embroider with this kind of design with the snaps, these little baby t-shirts and the onesies, because I'm telling you, it makes it easier to this to stitch out. Okay, so this is the cover stitch. I have already cut it ahead of time, and this goes on top of the design, covering all the stitches from behind, the stitches. And the good thing about this is that it makes everything softer on the skin, no scratches or anything like that. Try to cut the size a little bit larger than the stitches, so it will stick to the fabric, not to the designs or poly mesh, because if you cut it the same size of the poly mesh, it's not gonna stick. So try to make it slightly larger than the poly mesh cover, okay? And that way you can be sure that it's gonna stick. I have my press on in 3:15. I usually do it 10 seconds. Sometimes it takes longer depending on the fabric, all right? So let's go. I'm using my Easy Press, Cricut Easy Press. And also I'm using the mat, the pad. Cricut pad. Let's see. That went fast. And it looks pretty good in this area because of the snaps. It did not it didn't go all the way down. If you notice, a little bit lifted. So I'm gonna do it. I'm heading the other way, making sure that I don't hit the snaps. All right, here, let's see this time, another 10 seconds just to make sure. And that's it, perfect. You see? Everything is perfect, all nice and stuck in there, nice and soft. Remember to put, when you do this, make sure that you face the rough part of the cover stitch. This part is rough against the fabric, all right, facing down, and then the soft part is gonna be on the top. All right, so that's it. This is the last part of the tutorial. We have completed the whole project and it's looking pretty nice, like I said before, because I love this design. Right here is nice. I have some of the heat marker, soluble markers. I'm gonna press a little bit of heat just to make it disappear, and it's gone like magic. Nothing in there, you see, it disappeared. Okay, so what do you think? Nice, huh? Very nice. So thank you very much to you guys for spending this time with me during this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you already have subscribed to my channel, please give me the thumb up, and you know how to do that. And if you have not subscribed yet, just consider subscribing to my channel. I will be doing other crafts in the future, including sublimation, heat transfer vinyl, some kind of sewing that I do, and also embroidery, which I love. So thank you very much. I will be seeing you pretty soon. If you have any comments or any suggestions, you can use the box below to ask any questions or just comments. And you can do it either in English or Spanish. Both languages, I'm okay with that. So thank you very much. I will see you soon. See you later. Hasta luego.